What's up guys, it's Mellona here. Okay, this time we're bringing you the EpicSeven World Cup game against Panshui. So we're both streamers, both guildmates, both friends, right? So no hard feelings here, whoever wins, wins. Just that I hope that whoever wins here has the best luck for the rest of the tournament. Okay, so we're starting off. Right away, I'm gonna go with my obvious, first off, it's gonna be different from how normal RTA works here. We get 2 pre-bans instead of 1. So I'm gonna go with my 2 options that really just hurts me in general. So that those are Landy and F10. I don't really have much units to really hurt those units because I don't have like a lot of debuffers or just a reach in general, right? So I'm just gonna stick with banning these 2 and see what Panshui does. So Panshui decides to ban Ayoo and plus Falcon Curry. I'm surprised he decided to ban Ayoo. I'm pretty sure he likes to pick him a lot. Not sure why he decided to ban him. Maybe because he just didn't want me playing him anyway. Anyways, so I'm like, okay, so what's a very good, nice pick here? Like a good, solid first pick. Decided to go with Aras. I really been liking Aras lately. I'm not sure if he has any answers to him, and Aras is just a great neutral pick, right? Goes well with any kind of like comp, basically. Let's see what he does. I'm afraid he's gonna just like pick teams like something along like GP, F10A, and like FCC, because no, those are units that just like can't really stop them, right? So he decides to pick FCC first, which is kind of like an obvious pick, and he goes GP. So now I'm like, GP, FCC, both troublesome picks, but I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna try out the Crozet, because since he has FCC, I'll try out the Crozet, right? We haven't really tested this out, really, playing Crozet against FCC, so I'm kinda experimenting here, which is not really the greatest idea. Yeah, I didn't really get much practice in before the game, actually. I thought the game was tomorrow, on Sunday. I was kinda surprised and caught me off guard that the games were today. Anyways, I picked Crozet and Amal Crow. I know he doesn't have Amal Crow, but I'm just gonna pick him early to see how he reacts to this. Maybe he has something. I don't think he plays Brew Crow a lot, right? So I'm pretty sure he won't tank up. So I want to see how he responds. From here on, I'm like, okay, I need to save my last few slots for DPS as well. Let's see how he reacts to this. RB? I don't know if he'll pick RB here. But I know for sure he needs a DPS, right? Because whenever you pick GP, you kind of want DPS picks with him. It's kind of why you get that attack buff, right? Just really to help him out in general. Or help out your team in general, right? Let's see how he reacts. LQC. So this is a unit that has just giving me nightmares lately, and I was like, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I could deal with this LQC, right? But he goes LQC by Sarah, which is kind of fine for me. I think this is not that bad. I could deal well with these 2 units. But it's just that you'll see what happens later on. I kind of get caught off guard here. Yeah, but then the LQC, I'm pretty sure is on a Hellcutter build. So there's no sustain. If I lower it enough, if I tank the first hit, tank the initial burst, I think I do pretty decent, right? So I'm like, he doesn't really have much insane DPS output. So I'm gonna go with my Fire Rabbit. I love picking Fire Rabbit lately. She's just very tanky and just potentially like 1v4, right? It's one of those units that you just can't really let go of or like sleep on. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play dirty, guys. I'm gonna pick the Ruel. Either he has to ban the Fire Rabbit or he bans the Ruel, right? Kind of scenario where I have the long game here. I have the win for the long con. But I want to see how he reacts, right? Because if he bans, it looks like I don't have a DPS. But at the end of the day, he doesn't really have much sustain, right? I could really just like, if he'll run out of gas eventually, right? But he picks Rowlet, which kind of puts me in a weird spot, right? I didn't really surprise this Rowlet. Oh, I didn't really expect this Rowlet pick to come out. Which kind of, I think this is what he's been going for this team, where he picks by Sierra plus Rowlet. It's kind of, since I don't really have any answers to these units, right? I don't have LQC, I don't have by Sierra, so I can't really stop the Rowlet myself. I don't have much answers to it, right? Plus, I don't, Saltera is not out, and I still didn't pull her too, right? So we're in a weird spot right now. So I decided to ban the FCC. I'm thinking, okay, so he doesn't really have much sustain. There's not much really like mitigation now. So I wonder if I could just potentially just win this by just like killing him slowly or just like killing them one by one, right? Rowlet may be an issue, but I think that Rowlet just eventually will die, right? He can't solo this, I assume. First off, the game starts. Barcera takes turn 1, just barely faster than my Ras. And he, I think he hits everything here, I'm not too sure. He hits everything besides, well, he doesn't land immunity on buff wall on Fire Rabbit. So it's not the worst case scenario. Decided to take it slow, just strip. And I'm like, there's no reason for me to S3 here. Let's just take it slow. Keep hitting the LQC. I try to push the LQC up above the GP so that the LQC won't get the attack buff, right? But unfortunately, LQC is still just a tad bit slower. So I decided just to like give myself a defense buff on 2 units. Yes, I'm not really protecting Fire Ravi right now, but I just need to cleanse off, right? Getting the cleanse is kind of quite important for me. And I got lucky here, no one got stunned. I still whack on the LQC because I know for sure she's not on Sigurd, so any damage I do to this LQC will be permanent damage, right? So, well, besides, I guess S3 heals her a bit. At the moment, this is what I'm trying to do, just trying to whack down the LQC as fast as possible. So he gets a splash. Splash doesn't do that much. I can't really hit GP and O'Reilly, right? So I'm forced to hit LQC. But I saw that he's not on MLTB and that he was on Talisman. So as soon as I saw this, I'm like, alright, I'm going all in. This is my only chance to win her. I go all in the Rally. I hit him and I stun him. I got super lucky here. I should have won this game. If the Rally, well, it's also his fault, right? He kind of went for a Talisman here. I'm not sure what's the reasoning for that. But because of that, I kind of just put myself in a great spot here. Now the Ravi can just, for sure just 1v4 solo this. This is kind of like my game plan from now on. Yeah, so that stun and the hit on Raleigh was huge. Raleigh, right? He gets hit all the time. There's no you've seen it from my games, like from my history. Okay, so he's trying to just kill the crowd. He's trying to work on 1 unit at a time, and that's reasonable, right? I don't really have any. That's just like his best shot. I just chip everyone down until you get your S3s back up, then you go on the Ravi, right? It's kind of game plan for him, and for me, it's just like, okay, I just gotta win this somehow. Defense buff up. It's gonna be rough, but Sierra has guiding light, right? It's gonna be constantly popping in and out of guiding light. I'm running out of reach, right? So I'm fortunate here. My Ravi still actually has S3 up. The attack down is still on me, but I'm not too worried about that. Just getting some stuns be huge for me. Pretty sure I missed a rally there, but that's enough to kill him. That's fine. Knocked my Sierra out of stealth, and now she's 1 HP. Okay, so crowd will just proc my Sierra just immortality. And now I don't really want to push anyone up, so I'm just killing the Sierra now. Looks like this game is in a good spot for me. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for him. The dual attacks kinda sucks, but I don't think it's enough to win. So I'm like, okay, let's just try to kill this LQC. Didn't kill her, just barely killed her. Pushes her up, and now she has her S there. Kinda looks a bit scarier. Just a little scary, but there's no attack buff, right? So I'm not too worried. No souls, no attack buff. I think I'm in an okay spot. My Sierra is going up next with her S3 coming up. But my Ras is just barely there, right? So my Ras is there. Alright, I'm just gonna soul burn this to hit the Visera. Means I heal up with my Ravi. I recently just upgraded her artifact too, so this is a huge heal. 13k heal. Nice, nice. Yeah, so this game should be over. Yep, just finish this off. Going for the LQC. I'm pretty sure he's just preparing for the next fight now. It's rough. I think I'm not gonna lie, the rabbit hit was super lucky. I'm pretty sure he got tilted off that. So we'll see how he plays into next game, right? Okay. So I had first pick. It switches to him getting first pick now. Yeah, so it's quite different. 2 pre-ban means your whole game plan changes, right? Because if you know your opponent well, or you have 2 issues that you can't really deal with, like how I'm banning 2 issues that just really gives me problems, like just strong DPS units, right? For me, it was Nani and Sunny. For him, he's target banning me, so it's a bit different from how I'm doing it. For me, I don't really have a ban that I need to pose on him, but he's like, okay, there's some units that I don't like, and there's some units that Melon really like using. I assume that's what he's going for, right? So honestly, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do this game. Panshui plays different. I'm not really used to playing his playstyle. So I'm like, okay, FCC. I don't really have an answer for FCC. I'm just gonna still Ras and who here? I know I just feel comfortable. Oh no, this is where I messed up. So I'm an idiot here. I decided to try to steal his GP. I don't know why I decided to steal his GP. Oh my god, this was horrendous, a horrendous play for me. I shouldn't have ever played this, because my Ras was, I'm already playing to counter the GP, right? So why am I picking the GP, especially when I'm not known to play aggressive, right? So this hurts my this just hurts my playstyle, and this is just like a no-go right now. As you can see here, why. Oh, come up, I'll show you why. Oh my god. So I picked a GP, and he picks Fairy Tail Tenebra. I'm like, okay, so the deadly combo FCC Fairy Tail Tenebra. How am I gonna deal with this? I don't have the FCC, and I'm in kind of a trouble because I don't really have a time to cleanse, and I don't really feel like picking Rwanda just yet. So let's see how he responds to this next pick here. And this one actually kind of, this is where it gets a bit rough for me. So he picks Raleigh. I'm like, okay, so I don't have LQC, I don't really have Viseria. What do I do? My only dancer to Raleigh is fucking Curry, but she's banned. So what's my play here? I need some true damage. This is what I thought. So I'm thinking, do I go Blue Crow here? But Blue Crow's not that great into F10 name, bro. So I'm still thinking here. I mean, like, you see how low the timer is going for me? It's just, that's how stressful or like just like problematic this is for me. Honestly guys, I didn't really prepare enough. I should have just practiced a bit more. I came in unprepared, but it is what it is, right? So here we go. I pick my LR Kraut. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go double true damage, double Blue Kraut. I mean double Kraut. It's in this scenario, it looks okay, but this is what really gets me off guard. You thought the F Tenebria and Violet got me off guard, but that's not it, man. That is not it. You'll see in a moment. Guys, whoever wins this at the end of the day, just know that just root for the player going on to the next game, right? Or even to like the official stages. Just be supportive. I know communities really have like the tendency to really like have like different opinions of each streamers, but just know that in general we don't really mean each other any harm here. It just let the best man win, right? Panshui is a great player. He reached legend 3 times, right? You ought to give him respect. So he picks Dark Corpse and Raw. I'm like, oh gosh, how do I respond to this? How do I respond to Dark Corpse and Raw? I have to deal with, well, and I'm already here. I'm like, yo, do I just surrender now? I'm already like, I'm checkmated. The GP screwed me over. So I'm already in a spot where I'm not too sure what to do. And then it's like, I'm drawing a blank here. And I didn't realize how short the timer was. Look at me trying to stress. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go try to go Lencia, because my Lencia has the artifact that gives hit chance, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, alright, F Mile gets auto picked. I'm like, okay dude, this one is done. So I'm tilted to be on Earth, like to the next planet right now. I'm like, alright, I'll try to win this. I'll try to play it out. I don't want to disrespect my opponent. I'll still try to play it out, right? I won't surrender right away. So I'm picking here. I'm like, oh, okay, the only way for me to ever win this is to ban Dark Corvus, because I'm not killing Dark Corvus here. Maybe I could have killed Dark Corvus actually. Maybe if I banned the Ruel. No, then F10A would make me hit the Dark Corvus, right? Then I'll just lose faster. Yeah, don't think it was possible. But maybe the Ruel was the better ban. And I'm already here. I'm already like, yo, I should just Ayoo. There's no point in me to ever play this. I'm thinking, oh, God, this is stressful. He doesn't get too lucky of the whole F10A, but it's still enough to really cripple me, right? I get silence on Crow, means I can't S3 with Crow. I have no reason to even S3 now because everyone has a barrier, right? I'm not gonna do any damage. Crow can't do anything, so S1. Ras got what, stunned? I think Ras got stunned. Mathma is just chipping away the F10A, right? Well, I'm already in this. My mindset right now is like, I'm done. I can't get it. I can't win this. But still, I just had to play it out, right? Just see if the impossible was possible by any chance. But this is rough. That dual attack, again, the dual attack really just like every little thing here in this game is just making me tell even more. I think honestly, I should have just yielded right away just for my mental. What I say is really important in RTA is just like your mental. When you start booming, when you start thinking negatively or just like playing different, right? You just play worse in the next game and in the next game. So for me, if I wanted to just like have that best shot at winning the next game, I should have just yielded instantly this one, because I know this game was lost, and the longer this game went on, it was just making me more frustrated as to that, because I know I'm playing a losing game here and there's just no chance of winning. Anyways, I'm just struggling through it, just seeing if there's any possible chance, any slight possible chance. Let's see if I can kill the F10 somehow. He wastes a revive. Maybe, I don't know, man. It's Violet Talisman, right? So there's no way that I can win this long fight with Violet, against Violet. Yeah, so we're just trying to do some shit damage on somebody. Trying to see if we can make something happen, right? Let's see. Yep, and he just kills Ras here, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I had defense up. That's like my last resort, right? Defense up, see if the Rat I can hit someone that's not important. And it's, I think he just goes all into Ras, right? Ras is the only carry here, the only chance of me winning. The GP just sitting doing nothing. I think the GP was what really cost me the game, right? Just this pick in general. Yeah. So now he counters and he goes into the best option, like the best unit possible. So it's really done now. It's really done. I'm pretty sure it's really done. So now I'm like, okay, let's just hit desperation hit. I think it's any moment now. Still going on the Ras. I'm gonna try my best here. Soul burn this, I think. I don't even soul burn. Oh man. Oh yeah, I don't soul burn because my Ras is gonna die. So I get the defense break. I do kill FCC, but he revives her and they're just... Yeah, I'm in a dire spot the whole game. This game was where I do something stupid. I try to steal my opponent's picks. I do this a lot when I try to like overthink it. And I think, okay, maybe I can win this. What gave me trouble last game? Okay, this unit. I'll take it from them and see what they do. But I don't really need to do that, right? Because I did okay last game, right? I guess I was a bit lucky, but there was no reasons for me to really... Yeah, I even checked the skills to see if there's any possible way. He has his F10A S3 again, so I just surrendered. Okay, yeah, so like I always try to like steal their picks and see, okay, let me steal their picks and give them a rough time when I'm just giving myself the rough time instead, right? So game 2, I just purely inted. Game 1, I got lucky. Game 2, I got purely inted. So this is just me, just like... I just playing bad. Alright, let's see what if I can change that around though, with this mental state now. Game 3, it was a random first pick. I apparently got it again. I don't know if it's good or not. I kind of think it's bad for me. I kind of want I prefer having the last pick. So now I'm in the same spot as before. Same bands as the whole game, the whole tournament. I did it again, guys. I did it again. I took the FCC from him when I don't need to pick the FCC. Alright, guys. And now I'm just being dumb, right? So I take the FCC, he picks GP. You know what this leads to? This leads to LQC GP, right? I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm such an idiot. Alright, so play on though. We play on. Alright, I'm like, how would I respond to GP here? And I'm always thinking just Ras, right? Ras is really the only unit I have that's comfortable playing around. Yeah, so I pick FCC, and then who does he go here already? No way he's LQC's second pick, right? Troublemaker Crozet. So I'm not too worried about that, so I just go Ras, and then I go Rowlet. But this leads up to his LQC by Sarah, right? And again, not the worst issue, but in a sec I'll show you why I screwed this up again. Not too big of a deal though, because it could go both ways from here, right? He picks Viseer. I'm not too scared of route into Viseer anymore, because I have a lot of support units that really just help out my route lately. I have been dealing with I've been just like gearing Soul Weavers just in general that can help out my route in this scenario. But yeah, as I said, he picks the Viseer LQC. Both units that just do really well into Rowlet, right? He's just trying to get the double answer. So I go Crow. Crow's amazing here because there's just not enough damage to really kill Crow, but there's a lot of splash damage that will bring him low enough, right? It's kind of why I'm like, alright, Crow's a great pick. But here I'm just trying to think who would be a good last pick. I'm pretty sure he's gonna leave in Rowlet, right? So I need something that could be force banned. I'm like, okay, let's go SSB. But then I was like, oh no, SSB is a really bad picker. Because if he picks Rowana, I'm forced to ban a Rowana, right? And then he could just ban, let's say, SSB. And he has 2 answers to my Rowlet. I don't really have any answers to his team, right? But, really luckily here, he didn't pick the SSB. I forgot who he picked though. So yeah, he did not pick the SB and he ended up picking Archdemon Mercedes. This was a questionable pick on it for me. I don't really agree with Archdemon Mercedes, but it's, you never know, right? Archdemon Mercedes could always pop off. Yeah, so let's say if I had to ban the Rwanda, right? Then this Bicero will literally shut down my whole team. So imagine if you had Rwanda there instead of Archdemon. I banned the Rwanda, and then he just solos me with Bicero, right? Your Bicero is unbuffable on everybody, and Alcusi just kills my Rowlet and he wins the game, right? Easy game. Like I can't win. I can't do anything about that. Anyways, I banned the Bicero and he bans the rest. So I'm thinking, okay, I think I can win this. This is a good spot for me. This is a really good spot for me. I'm gonna give my I'm gonna make it sure that everybody has healthier. Give them AoE's imprint to everyone from Crow. So now Crow's taking Warriors and FCC is taking the damage from SSB, right? I think I'm in a really good spot. But we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it plays out, guys. This is the game of third, by the way. It's where we're 1-1. Winner of this takes it out and move on. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I don't need to S3 here. I kinda don't want to push this team up, right? I kinda want my blue Crow to get the defense up. But then I kind of forgot something here. So I wanted the blue Crow to get defense up. EGPs here, S3s. Yeah, I did not realize that my SSB I forgot that my SSB will counter and push them up. So there's no really real reasons for that. Nothing changes in there, right? Even if I S3, nothing would change. Because here he pushes up. He decided to push up not Alcusi, but Archdemon. Which was really weird for me because Archdemon does not. Well, I guess he wanted to protect his Archdemon and giving him defense buffs and stuff, right? Yeah, so he gets the first AoE. So the barrier gets stripped from everybody. He pushes them all up. LKC gets the turn. And he just. Who did he decide to S3? Does he go for FCC or rather here? Yeah, so he just decides to just full send it, right? There's not much reason to hold it, but if he holds it, I mean if he doesn't hold it, he loses immediately, right? So here he just sends it, try to hit my Rowlet. I dodge, really big dodge here, and this was the mistake of the game. Oh my god, why did I do this? This was what just cost me the whole game. So if I press defense buff instead of S3 there, instead of just doing 10% damage to LQC, I would have defensive buff on my whole team, right? So this was just the biggest mistake I ever could have done. So I'm already committed. I already fucked up. So now I'm like, okay, I just gotta go on, see if I can still win this, right? So I'm still not in the worst spot here, scenario. The fact that I blew Crow's S3 so early and decided to not get defense up instead was kind of a huge mistake. He decides to soul burn on FCC. I think it's whatever, not a big deal. I don't think you needed to burn that. You could have just provoked with GP or stun of Taiwan. I think they're both okay scenarios. Here, he gets a dual attack, strips my immunity, and I'm like, I'm done. I lost. The only way for me to win that was SB S2. To do more chip damage, right? But the fact that he stripped my immunity, he lands the seal, and then after the seal, he strips my Rowlet's evasion. And I'm like, okay, it's GG. I think it's kind of hard coming back from here. I'm not blinded, but the seal was so huge. I needed to slap back to just do extra damage, right? And the strip on my Rowlet's evasion just made it worse. So imagine I have the defense buff there, right? If I had the defense buff there, my Rowlet evasion would have been stripped. So my Rowlet gets the defense buff, and then he refreshes the evasion, right? So the defense buff goes on the left side. I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. And my SSB would have been sealed, right? So her S2 would be popping off still. Imagine if I did that and the Crow still has S3, right? Crow has his S3 and he horses LKC or even Archdemon later, right? So just in general, a bunch of misplays. Panshui played super well this tournament, and I just played super poorly in general. And it's just me being in copium mode right now. I'm just like, oh, it's tragic. I'm holding him hostage. I'm just still in copium. I'm trying to like take in all that happens. Alright guys, from here on you kind of know how it ends. Really good games, man. Really good games. GG's to Panshui. Good luck to him onto the rest of the tournament, guys. Just let him. Oh, since he beat me, guys, let's hope that Panshui takes home the gold for us, right? Really not for us, but more like just like more for life, right? In general, just being nice so that someone we know or just a friend of ours just win it in general, and just let's not be too like, let's not too be down about it, right? I did lose to a friend, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be a little bit sad, right? So sorry if I'm a bit depressed in the next stream, guys, because this still hit me hard, because it's a game that I knew I could have won, but I just didn't think. I'm like, crowd S3, oh, I'm 10k HP down, his LQC is 10k HP, but the Trozette is there, right? I'm so stupid, I just didn't think it through. It was all my fault. So, especially with a game where you knew you could have won, or had a better or way better chance of winning, right? When you mess up those type of games, especially for me, who I'm all about just critical, like every skill matter, right? Every hits matter, every movement matters, and the fact that I messed up like that, it's the style of tanks, right? When you play tanks, everything is so important, right? One single mistake can cost you the game, and this is exactly what happened to me. I tried to tank him out, I did one single mistake, and I lost the game because of that. Anyways, guys, it was Panshui is a good player, guys, don't get me wrong, and I just suck. Alright, guys, I'll try to stream, maybe next stream might be a bit shorter, maybe I'll see you guys on Twitch, man. I just need something to just like a mood booster, right? I'm a little depressed after that game. Sad, it's tragic. But guys, I'll bounce back. It's just one tournament, right? We'll be back. We'll be back stronger than ever. Guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe. If anything, please give me some constructive feedback on my gameplay. Or, oh guys, I'll catch you later, man. Peace out.